A levy is not a fee. So I put this on here because a fee is something that a business charges, and the business can generally decide what that charge is. A levy is not decided by a business. It's not a business function at all. It's really just taking the cost of the building and dividing it by the owners. So there's not a lot of discretion in it, and it's not set by a business. It's set by the body corporate as a group. It gets assistance from a business like BCsystems to work out what it needs to be. But a lot of people think because it's on our letterhead, it's a BCsystems charge, and we've decided to put prices up, 3%, 5%, when in reality, the price changes just based on what the body corporate is spending year on year. A levy has no profit margin. So again, unlike a business, we run our business at a profit, otherwise we wouldn't be here, like every business in Australia tries to do. A levy is just taking what you're spending and dividing it by owners. So no profit margin means there's no fat in the levy, and there's really no ability for it to be reduced, because if you reduce the levy, then you're not bringing in as much money, you can't spend as much, and you need to cut back on services. So the way levies can be reduced isn't by just reducing the amount of income. It needs to be, firstly, the body corporate needs to review what areas it can cut back on spending, and then the levies can come down. Levies are a big deal in Queensland, so there's billions of dollars of levies issued in Queensland every year. There's around 45 to 50,000 bodies corporate in Queensland only, and then the lots in those bodies corporate is more than 500,000 people own lots in body corporate and pay levies. So it's a big part of the economy for bodies corporate. Every dollar spent on a building, no matter what the building is or where it's from, is raised by levies. Every levy is also proposed as a draft to every owner at every AGM before it's invoiced. So I know a lot of owners don't participate in their AGMs. They don't vote, or they don't read the paperwork. But a levy is never imposed on an owner. It's always said to an owner, this is what the body corporate needs to spend. Do you agree, yes or no? And every levy that gets issued in an invoice form has been approved by that body corporate by a majority vote. So that's important to know, because complaining about a levy is different to looking at it, understanding how it's been calculated, asking a question about it maybe, and then casting a vote. So if you don't vote at the AGMs, or if your owners don't vote at AGMs, they're missing that opportunity to actually participate in setting those levies. And levies are nearly always set at the absolute minimum possible amount. So there's generally no ability to reduce levies. Usually a body corporate will raise the absolute bare minimum, and in fact, when that happens and costs go beyond what they were expecting, or a project comes in at a higher amount, that's where you get a gap in what you've brought in versus what you need to spend, and that gap is filled by special levies. So special levies they just show when a body corporate didn't raise enough money in the first place and now needs to raise a special levy to catch up the difference.